All right, guys, like I said, this is the very next game is the game I showed yesterday. This one I think was a little bit more fun. I mean, I think I had less kills than the one before, but there was a little bit more going on. It had a fun ending and some chase scenes, if you will. Like I said yesterday, I always landed at either the island in the other corner or the lighthouse, and so you go for the lighthouse was the perfect landing for this particular bus path, so I went for it. I was obsessed with this lighthouse, like probably more than 90% of the time back when it actually was chapter 2. Obviously, I hear this guy falling, and I was like, I gotta get, if there's a gun, I've got to go for it, and I've got to try to beat him too. I don't even remember him pickaxing me. So I run up. I don't remember running up this, huh? I was also very wary that at any moment this guy could knock this down. Okay. He ran away. So you gotta get your weapons, and you gotta... I was kind of trying to hide a little bit behind the rock in case he went down and got some guns. Came back, but you gotta be wary of him coming back. I'm pretty sure it ends up being a bolt. But of course I get like the worst weapons from here. But I figured, go get him. The fact that this treasure chest was still here, I was like, he's most likely gone. He most likely ran. I don't remember where he went. I don't even remember if I see him. But gotta look for him. And then get stocked up. Get stocked up, you know. Like I said, I'm watching this back for the first time in like a month, and so I hey, that's broken. So that means it's a bot right there. That means it's a bot. He broke into that and didn't take the treasure chest. It's either a bot or somebody who quit, like, or lost connection right then and there. But you know, the bot's more likely. Okay, I've got my blue tack. That's all I need. So I'm going to go over my usual path in this, unless something weird happens, is this island over here is my second stop. There's quite a few more chests. I heard fighting, so you got to go towards the fighting. Get a free kill or two. Usually in this area, it's a free kill. Did I get both of them? Oh, he nicked him from me. Oh, well, one kill, you know, that's something. Could have been two. And that's one of the things that could happen that prevents me from going my usual path. But the path over there is great because you get a few more chests. You have a shelf that has some ammo stacked up on it. And then you have a boat that will take you right up that river straight to a rift that will take you within the next ring, even if it's the farthest possible ring away. So it's a great path to have. I mean, I'm telling you this too late now. You guys can't use it. But I figure probably most people like hot dropping, and like I said in the last video, that's not me. So you guys probably don't care about doing it this way. I'm just weird and obsessed with getting the dub. Oh, nice, a rocket launcher. Gotta love the rockets. If I get a rocket launcher in this, I probably move from my usual 10% chance to like a 40% chance in winning. Like the rocket launcher is, I don't want to say quite OP, but it definitely, in my game style, where you stay hidden, you stay away from people, and if you can get that first shot to be a rocket launcher, that's what is it, like 130 damage right there before they even know what's happened. So at best, at that point, it's a 120 health versus usually, like I said, in my case, I'm full health just because I'm not as aggressive. So I jump in and I have a 130 health advantage. Boom, I'm happy. So yeah, I'm skipping the island because it's coming in, but this is the path I take following up this river, and then there's a rift right underneath. I haven't found any shield yet, have I? Or have I found a pot? I don't even remember. I'm really hoping to find minis or a second pot, ideally. Get myself full. No, I haven't even found a pot. Maybe I did see one and I missed it because I don't pay good enough attention. I have no idea, but gotta go find some. I usually go farther to the right from there, but maybe my thought process was there's some chests in this bridge under here, but I usually go farther to the right than this. I should have, in hindsight, if it was available, tried to go to Slurpee. That would have been a great place to get my free shield since I couldn't find any at the time. Slurpee's a good place to land if you like landing in the middle. It just, no matter what you do, you can get free even if you find nothing. That swamp gives you all that shield. It's so good. But I like my two spots. I get stuck on a couple spots usually on each map that I like to land on. And that's kind of why sometimes I like to play with Mama Bear. She drops almost completely random. And so you get to experience different parts of the map. I mean, she's not the type that drops the tilted tower type places. Not that there really are any of those anymore. But she'll drop anywhere. And so I try to let her call it, and then every now and then we do every other or something. So I try to go random like her, but when I'm solo, that's what I do. Okay, that's not a bad call. There's lots of stuff on all those, and a lot of people don't take advantage of the electrical lines. But again, I figured this was a bot fight, so I was hoping maybe I'd get a free kill and they'd have some shield. I can't remember if I actually had some. Yeah, there's my first shield. Again, my sound's off when I do this. I know I get shot at here. I remember that. And I can't remember if I was already shot. Yeah, there's that shot. Okay. I looked on replay afterwards. It was just a sniper from kind of far away. He wasn't really chasing or anything. He wasn't fully paying attention. He took his shot and he kind of went his own way. From here, knowing me, and I do, I likely would go down to, what is it called? Dirty Docks. I think that's what it's called. People don't stay there late. If they land there, they don't stay there. Oh, look, there's a guy. This is not the guy who was shooting at me, by the way. That was definitely a bot. But that's a great place to search out more shields. Because unless that guy's watching me, he's probably not going to chase me. So I feel like that's what I would do. I'm surprised I'm going for this drop, because that's kind of the direction the sniper shot came from. So I am a little bit surprised that moved by me. I was feeling bold, I guess. I think that's the first time I actually noticed. I knew that late in the season, but I think that's the first time I noticed that rift. Because I knew there were rifts up that hill. Almost all the electrical things had a rift by them, and I think they did that just in case the end game ended there, especially in no builds, and there was one team on the electrical lines and one team off it, that would be a weird advantage to have, and something that the people underneath could do nothing about unless they had certain grapplers or something to get up there. So they put the rifts there so that there wasn't that dumb advantage. Now, I don't necessarily think they needed to. Maybe back in the day when the end rings did not move still. This has got to be the longest I have had no shield on almost ever. There's my second one. But because the end rings move so much, I don't think it was necessary for them to do that. But I appreciate it. I always like random riffs. You know, I'm somebody who, I excel at running from people, and I do believe you end up seeing that in this match later on, if I remember right. I think that's why I kept this one. I wanted to showcase the two of my most common ways of playing, which was the last one where I used the trees, and I used that pretty well. It wasn't my best run at it ever, but it was a good example of it. And then being able to run from people. And I have another one from Chapter 5 that I'm going to post at some point. I want to do something fun with it, but I can't figure out exactly what I want to do. But I ran from the same person for literally like 15 minutes. But there is an art to running from people. And I think that's one of the best things about my game, which some people would hate. But like I said, the rifts are a great way of doing it, especially if you keep track of where cars tend to be. Yeah, that was too low, but you know, you get a hit in. It's big. If you know where the cars are and you rift, sure, people can chase you in the rift, but they cannot land as fast as you if they're chasing you. So, if you can go as far as you can on the rift, so that way they're going to have to stay high with you as they're chasing you, or, I guess it's not or, and if you can go as far as you can in the rift and know where the cars are, you land and you get in the car and you go. That way there's nothing they can do about it. I thought... Do I chase him? Yeah, I guess I check out the loot pile first, and then I don't think I chase him. I think I just happen to go on the rift too. I mean, I do have to move inwards. The other places that the rifts always are pretty much under these bridges, so I like hanging around these bridges. This isn't the same bridge from the last match, but it is the same feel, and you know, hey look, a free kill with the bot. Finally, my first mini. I only got one, but you know, still worth picking up. And so this rift is where the chase begins. I land back under the bridge and get caught by somebody. And I think it ends up being about a 3-minute chase, which isn't the longest thing in the world, but it's still, you know, that's a decent chase. Somebody really wanted me dead specifically. Like, a lot of people give up if you get a couple rifts in, they get annoyed, and they're like, it's not worth wasting the time on that. But this guy... He had his crosshairs on me. He was like, I am not letting you get away. I still don't know if he ends up seeing me or if he just... Well, some people take out the bushes anyways. So yeah, there's me running. He has an AI. You saw that in the car, the exclamation mark. So yeah, he has an AI. And that's how I knew 100% when I played it that was him. And this is the first time I realized that he's actually chasing me. And I was like, okay, I got to get back to the rift. I didn't take the right path. Like I said, I did go back and replay. And so I did follow, and he did 100% keep chasing me. Yeah, that minigun's so inaccurate, I really wasn't worried about it, and I figured that meant he was farther away. And this is where knowing where the rifts are came into play. I went straight for that valley. There are 2 rifts in that valley. So it's a great place to rift and rift and rift and rift. I can't remember how many times I do it, but just keep running. Just keep running. So there's the one you can see down on the right, and I know there's the one in the corner right there to the left. I wasn't sure at this point that he was still chasing me, and then I saw that. And so this is me going for the other rift. And he's probably like, oh, you freaking... And so I hear him do the rift again, so I know, okay, he's not giving this up. I definitely go back at least once to the corner rift. Hey, look, there's his AI down there. I'm surprised I did that, actually. You would want to land right there. I hear a rocket launcher at some point, but he should have aimed it at the rift, honestly. But I think he aimed it at me. And so at this point, I figured there's a good chance that he took too much time aiming and reloading and stuff, so I thought I would have a head start on this. So I'm pretty sure at this point I decided not to go back to that rift. I was trying to think of somewhere to go. A tree, a car, something like that. But I decide that maybe if I get behind this, he'll lose track of me. And my plan, I believe, was to go inside and hide somewhere. But then I saw this bush, and I was like, oh, that's perfect. And then I thought, getting on here, if he gets on the zip line, it'll be a straight shot, and I can fend him off. So then I run, and I figure maybe he's not following me anymore. And I actually am convinced at this point that he's not following. He's just shooting from afar. So I figure if I go in this bush, at the very least, he's not going to be able to get a good aim at me. And then after a couple seconds, I had no idea he was coming up behind me. What gave him away, and you'll hear it, is the AI. The AI is what gave him away. I heard that noise. So I got a couple shots on him. I got lucky. He hit the tree. He hit the tree with his rocket launcher, and I did not. So, I think that was a good example of a chase scene where I frustrated somebody into just chasing me down, and eventually they got careless and stupid, and they shouldn't have followed me in that way. Especially after the zip line, I got a couple good pop shots on him, and yeah, he got too tunnel visioned on me. He should have cut his losses and been like, well, there's 6 people left. I'll get him eventually. But he got so tunnel visioned. And at this point, I knew there was somebody over there, so I'm like, let's just get over here. And actually, on video, someone was chasing me at this point. I did not realize that person that I saw back there was chasing me. And unknowingly, I play this perfectly. So I get in here, and he comes on the island. And you'll kind of hear this, but you won't see this. He comes on the island, and there happens to be somebody above me right there. And they find each other, and he kills that person, and he's like, okay, I've taken care of it. So I get super lucky, and I'm ready to pounce if I need to. And see, there he is. But I decided to wait it out. I'm not comfortable because the recording's in the way, but something like 42 health, if memory serves me right. I'm not good in those situations. So I'm hoping he runs away, and he does. So I played that unknowingly completely perfectly. Got extremely lucky. And again, bushes are, bush camp dad. Bushes are great to have. Even if somebody knows you're in there, they can't get a clean shot on you unless you play it dumbly. My plan here, I wanted to get in this just so I wasn't going to get stuck out in the open. And now I'm listening for that final 1v1 and trying to get positioning, and I know I'm too far away. So I know I need to get out of the water. I need to get past the water first. So I'm not caught swimming with no cover, because that would be bad. Now, the other thing I found out when I was doing the replay mode, this guy at this point, and again, I didn't know this during gameplay, but the replay mode told me, this guy at this point has 17 kills. So this is a good player. Even if you're playing bots, 17 kills, that's a good number. And I'm not full health, so I'm at a disadvantage here, even more than I know. I almost nick him there, but now I know he knows what direction I am. I shouldn't have even reloaded that. There's no way I was going to use that. I play this perfectly. I get behind the rock, give a nice little... Because he's an aggressive player, so he can charge me. He is... I don't know if he thought... There's one of two things that he thought there. Either he was trying to be sexy and aggressive and let's get a trick shot in, or I hit him so hard he's like, my best shot, my only shot is a lucky headshot with a sniper. So I'm not sure which one he did, or what he was thinking, but that's how it worked out. And yeah, that's a 17 kill person that didn't get a hit on me at the very end. I played it very well. And yeah, I wanted to showcase that because of the chase scene. So you saw two of my best skills: tree camping and running from people like a chicken. All right, see you guys later.